we're on. Jessica, we are live. Why do you look skew? Hello, loves. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Woo! Here's to consistency. Okay, here's to consistency. I'm so proud of myself. This is going to be my 4th upload since I started my bodybuilding journey, but for live feedback and for live action for what I'm eating and what I'm doing on a daily basis, make sure that you're following me on Instagram. Tap in there. I share my meals there. I share my workouts there. That's where it's at. Come through on Instagram. And then also drop me a DM when you follow me and you're from my YouTube channel so that I can show you some love. So today's episode is an exciting little thing. Where's my necklace? I didn't put on my necklace. We gotta stop. Okay. We're ready. Action. Acciones. Oh, there's another leaf coming in here on my monstera. I am surrounded by plants. My husband and I are green finger humans. And we just figured out how to make avocados grow, to finally have a root coming out of the avocados. We've been trying this for years. Okay, ever since we moved in here, we've it's the avocados and what's the other thing we tried to grow? Mangoes. So he finally figured out this technique. He kind of puts them in tissue paper, wraps them, puts them in a water bath home situation in a dark place, keeps them moist, and then it just starts sprouting its root. It's the craziest thing. I couldn't believe that it's working. It's the general thing you would do for a bean seed, when you were in high school and you had that science project to grow a seed. Yeah, that same technique. And it's working. And now we have about 8 that have sprouted roots, and it's so exciting. It's so exciting because I really, really want an avocado orchard. I want a mango vineyard. I don't know if that's what they're called, but it sounds right. So anyway, that's a side note, but there are plants in the office here as well. There's one that you see, I think, peeping through the camera here. There's a snake plant here. There's a bamboo plant, and our monstera. So in here, they give me the love and the energy. And how can we forget this girl, this spiky girl? This one I got from my client's house. I arrived at my client's house one day and her gardener was chopping down some trees, and I saw him chop down this tree, and I was like, can I have her? And it's 2 of them. There's one here and there's one outside. So yeah, that's the kind of people we are, and I love it for us because we really match each other's energy well. We match each other's energy well there. Okay, my friends. So you didn't come here for a life update. Well, maybe a mini one. Today I want to share some really exciting news. Some really, really exciting news before I touch on the main thing that I want to share with you guys today. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we are going to be I'm sharing some exciting news, and then we're also discussing the importance of sleep and rest and the quality of rest that you're getting. So you may or may not have heard, but your girl is officially a brand ambassador, sponsored athlete with Pro Nutrition South Africa. You must have seen their stuff in my videos before. This is the brand that my coach introduced me to when I started working with him. And all he told me when he gave me these products was, just give it a try. Because I've been around the block. I've tried a few supplements before, been there, done that, but nothing compared to the quality that I tasted in this product, especially this cookies and cream protein. I tried this flavor today, and it's just, it's so yummy. But it dissolves so well. If you're somebody who's tried supplements before, you'll know that sometimes when you put a scoop of protein into something, it just it gets all clumpy and lumpy, and that tells you already that you're not dealing with a quality product. But this girl right here, She blended in so fine, so smooth, and the taste, the flavor is so good. And one scoop is all you need in order for you to get like 33 grams of protein, which is crazy. That's this. There's a bunch of other goodies. Actually, I'm gonna have. I also got a cap. I'm gonna actually have my coach feature on the channel so that he can introduce you guys to the products properly. That's something we're both really passionate about, is education and making sure that you guys are making informed choices when it comes to what you're purchasing. So we're really excited to bring that video to you guys. Keep a lookout. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you like this video if you're excited about that one. That's going to be coming up. All right, my friends. So that's the exciting news. I am working with an epic brand. It's South African. It's owned by a husband and wife duo who have their own manufacturing plant. I absolutely love, love, love that. It's not some big company that I'm like getting lost in the sauce of the influencers and the brand reps that they're working with. It's really close touch with the owners. So I love, love, love that. And I'm really excited for this journey and to take you guys along as well. Activations we're going to be doing, we're going to be popping up in the pharmacies, popping up in different places in order to spread word and knowledge about pro nutrition, their products, their supplements, and how you can use them and integrate them into your lifestyle to really, really help you reach peak and optimum performance in your gym and recovery as well. Okay, so let's dive into today's wonderful topic. The topic I want to explore today and just touch on briefly, I think it's not going to be too long. I don't want to keep you here for too long, but that's the topic about rest. I want to talk about rest, sleep, all of those things that that would fall under the recovery umbrella when it comes to your fitness regimen and what you're doing. So when it comes to rest, I really want to introduce it from the lens of we need different kinds of rest. We need spiritual rest, we need emotional rest, we need mental rest, we need physical rest. And it's important that when you are approaching your rest, you're resting in your life, especially this time of the year. I think this is so on point with the time of the year, because we're all heading into a season where we're going to be resting. But the thing that many of us negate or maybe are not aware of is the fact that when we are resting and we're not actually turned off mentally or emotionally, then we're not actually resting. When we're resting, laying at the beach somewhere in Ibiza, wherever, you worked hard to afford this amazing vacation, you go and then you're laid up there, but you're not fully present. You're not in the present moment because you are thinking about how the year didn't go your way, or you're thinking about next year, or you're just completely disconnected because you're so wired. You're so emotionally and mentally wired. And that comes from a place of like, it's almost like there's so much, oh no, I shifted the frame. It's almost like there's so much input, but there's no output. There's nothing going out. And when that happens, you can really lose yourself, because that means there's a lot of thoughts going in, there's a lot of emotions going in, but nothing is being released from your vessel. Nothing is moving through you. And over time, that's going to bog you down. So even if you are in Ibiza somewhere in the most beautiful location, you're not able to turn off and fully rest and be fully present because you are emotionally being weighed down by the weight of things that you have not moved through, you haven't processed, you haven't dealt with. And that is the power of our emotions. I really love sharing this work because I feel like not many of us know this truth. Quick sec, I want to check this frame. It's bothering me. Okay. Didn't want to lose my train of thought, but I wanted to make sure that the frame stayed right. So I was saying that many of us do not understand the weight of our emotions, and the energy that they have, that they possess, especially varying degrees of emotions. If you have anger, bottled up in your body, if you have grief or sadness, if you have resentment, frustration, if you have jealousy, envy pent up in your physical body, there's no way you're ever actually going to be able to rest, because your nervous system is never going to be able to actually find itself in that state of ventral connection, in that state of ease, in that state of social connection, in that state where you are actually able to experience calm and groundedness. The name of that state escapes me in this moment, but I've explained what I mean. And that's that that the parasympathetic state, parasympathetic nervous state. It's going to be really hard for you to drop down into that state and stay there for a while, linger there. It's completely normal for us to oscillate between the different states. And in fact, it's sometimes really good for us. It's good for our safety for us to jump into fight when we are crossing the road. We need to make sure that we are aware of all of the dangers around us. It's good for us to jump into fight when we are about to exercise and about to smash a workout. But it's not good for us to live there forever. So, the importance of nervous system regulation work and learning how to slow down and just taking deep breaths, because this work is not that deep. When I started learning about nervous system regulation work, I was like, oh my God, like, what is this thing? What is the tool? What do I need to learn? What's the tea? It's actually very simple. If you practice and learn how to slow down in your life, then you are basically regulating your nervous system. If you are taking the conscious time and being intentional about not rushing through everything that you're doing in your life, but actually really being present with everything that you're doing, you are already repatterning your nervous system, because most of our nervous systems are patterned for fight or flight, for the rush, for the go, 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 for the hustle. So you just choosing to slow down is, like, I always say, it's the greatest act of rebellion, because in a world that just demands us to continue to be fast paced and to go and to show up and to be and to do and to have, when you decide, wait a minute, no, I'm actually not okay. I do not have capacity for this in this moment. And I am going to slow down. I'm going to take a pause, because that's what I need right now. When you decide to do that for you, oh, I always, 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 always applaud for that sister, that brother, that person, that soul that has been able to come to the awareness and the knowing that actually I am worth the slowing down. I am worth taking my time in this moment. I don't need to rush this. Life is actually in this moment. We need to stop rushing it. Now, before I get too off track, because I love talking about how those two things tie together, when we bring it back to sleep and productive rest, it's really about bringing your nervous system down to a parasympathetic nervous state so that you can actually experience calm and groundedness and feel connected with your loved ones that you are traveling miles and miles away to go spend time with, instead of just sitting there feeling so dejected and feeling tired and stressed and worn out, but actually being able to be in the moment. My friends, I believe that this is how we change the world. The more of us who learn how to slow down and learn how to be present in our lives and not rush through it, or not numb through it, or do whatever coping mechanism and coping habit we've picked up over the years, I think that's really how we cultivate true sense of community. When you're around people, you're not just this vacant head. You're not just saying stuff that could potentially trigger other people in the room because you're so unaware of yourself and others. um, I absolutely love the magic of this work. Bringing it back to sleep. Guys, is this thing even really about sleep? I think it really is. Because ultimately, when you are able to calm yourself down like that, that's when your body can experience true restorative rest and sleep. That's when you can actually wake up after a night of 6 to 8 hours of sleep, whatever floats your boat, and feel refreshed and calm because your body, your nervous system was actually able to down regulate, and it didn't stay in this heightened activated state while you were asleep, because we can stay in that state even while we're asleep. And it's even worse because the more you live in a fight or flight state, the more you pattern your nervous system to be in that state. And sometimes that chaos becomes so familiar that when you start to slow down and when you start to choose something differently, that can feel chaotic. Like the slowness can feel too slow. It can feel too much for you. All that space, all that time, you're so used to not having time. But it's so important that we lean into that. We lean into that discomfort of learning how to rest. I've had this conversation with so many people. So many of my clients are struggling to rest, especially this time of the year. You're sick, your doctor has booked you off for a week, and being home and resting is not something that you desire to do. You're like, okay, what can I do? What can I clean around the house? What can I reorganize? When the only thing that you were told to do is rest. Now, I'm not calling anybody out because I know my clients watch my content, but I'm just saying because this is really, truly something. It's not the first time I've heard it. I've heard this multiple times and I've struggled with it myself as well. Being able to actually let myself just lay and not do a single thing. Because why? We've been conditioned. We live in a masculine society. We've been conditioned to go, to strive for, to be, to have, to attain all these things. That's what we're conditioned to be doing. And when we choose something different, our nervous system is like, this ain't safe. What are we doing here? Rest? What's rest? But it's so important to really rebel in that way and to choose that rest, to find yourself in that rest, because so much magic can come from that space as well, from allowing yourself to have space to be instead of just doing all the time. Yeah. I'm feeling really filled up by my transmission. And I hope it has resonated and landed with you as well. If you have any questions about this topic, if anything came up as you were listening to me, anything that wasn't clear to you, please feel free to drop it in the comments. I love engaging with you guys and hearing how you've resonated with my work. I really, really appreciate your feedback, your love, your likes, your subscribes. I love it. I love it. Let's keep it growing and coming, and I will keep the content coming as well. I'm really going off a flow of my own. My intuition is guiding me with these topics. Sleep was one that was really heavy on my mind this week, and it was a topic that was very prevalent for a lot of people in my life. So I was like, this is the time to talk about this, and also this time of the year to rest. So when you do go on your holiday, make sure that you are actually taking the time to down regulate your system. And you can do this very simply by just sitting quietly, closing your eyes and taking deep breaths. Taking nice, slow inhales and nice, deep, slow exhales. It's just about really elongating the space of your inhale, elongating the space of your exhale even more. Your exhale is what signals to your body to really, really slow down, to calm down, that it is safe to switch into parasympathetic state. So if you'd like to focus on something, I would say focus on really elongating your exhales. And you can simply do that just by exhaling really, really slowly. So if I were to show you, you would inhale and exhale. So all I've done is basically slow down my exhale. So instead of exhaling like, I exhaled like over 5, 6 seconds. So slowly in through the nose, slowly out through the nose. If your nose is blocked and you need to breathe through your mouth, that's absolutely fine. You're still going to get the magic of breath. Um, Ooh, I think I just got inspiration for my next topic. I love talking about breath work. I am a breath work practitioner, facilitator. I love, love, love exploring the power of breath work. It has helped me heal so much for myself. And if that's a topic you guys would like to see me explore on this channel, as well as in your training, breathing, mm, being able to breathe properly in your training, honey, next level, next level. So anyway, my loves, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Make sure you come through on Instagram, show me some love there, and if you have any video requests or suggestions, send them my way. Toodles!